Minutes out. Ooh.
Give me that.
This, I need it for a...
We're kind of coming in hot here, I apologize. We're still in the pre-show, technically. But yeah, no preamble, no bullshit, just getting straight to the React Lord Andes.
All I need
Yo, punished
is a
Aiden.
little device stolen by your partner. The one in the stupid mask?
I can find him.
I just don't think I can trust you without some insurance.
Yo, this is actually kind of more... we knew already that there was going to be an Aiden Pierce DLC in this game, but this is a bit more intense than I expected. Like an actual thing going on, instead of just adding Aiden Pierce to the game. I never finished this game. The story never really grabbed me that much. Sadly. But yeah. I'm excited to see. Again, like, this is like similar to the Summer Game Fest, where I really don't have any expectations beyond what's already known. You know, we're probably not going to get Splinter Cell, sadly. We did get that leak earlier. Riders Republic, that's supposed to be coming at some point. Oh, cool.
Oh, not like that.
You know what everyone loves at E3 conferences is like community stream highlights.
Now I feel bad.
Yeah. Really. Okay, stuff like this I don't hate. I remember like Battlefield 1 had a really goofy one. It's just like, alright, dude. Wow. He just disabled a tank with the grenade while jumping off a horse. Incredible. They never feel that sincere. Like they're using people's excitement as marketing. Which, that's why publishers allow people to stream their games to begin with. I do that without the toilet in Siege. Yeah, see, Trackmania is sick. The new one's free to play, but it has like a subscription service angle to it that I'm not super big on. Hey guys, this game has stealth. Might have forgotten about it. Incredible. Every time I see one of these like community compilations, I always think about that stupid Battlefield 1. The presenter after that. Wow. Incredible. Are we live? We got colors. Okay, bet time. How many times am I gonna have to mute the stream to avoid DMCA? Especially that the ESA straight up told people like, hey, if you're not an official like partnered co-streamer, stream at your own risk. It's like, okay. So we're rolling the dice here.
We got this gorgeous set. E3 is back. But I know why y'all are here. You want to see games, so let's get right into it.
The Rainbow Six operators are facing off against an evolving and deadly threat.
Oh,
You'll no
yeah.
doubt have noticed that the alien parasite has spread to new areas. It's time to suit up and step into the containment.
I don't know if I'm at liberty to... I actually have no idea if I can actually talk about this, but I've played this game. I played the technical test. I hope Ubisoft doesn't get mad at me for saying this, but I played the technical test and I wasn't super into it. But the reason I wasn't super into it was partly influenced because it ran like dog shit. Even though my current PC specs run Rainbow Six Siege perfectly fine at like high settings, but they could barely even run this game. And I know it's like, well, Siege is a game that came out in 2015, but they've been constantly updating it and iterating on it. And this is like the same exact graphics and it's the same game, you know? So I don't think it's crazy to think that if you have hardware that can run Siege super well, then it should be able to run this well. But for some reason, mine just could not handle this game, and it really affected my enjoyment of the technical test. And I also thought, just in general, it was a little... I don't know. I didn't enjoy my time playing this game. Which, again, I have no idea if I can actually say that, but considering they're re-revealing it, and they're beginning their press cycle, I think it's okay if I state publicly that I have played Rainbow Six Extraction. But when I played it, it was by the it was under a codename Rainbow Six Parasite, which is apparently the internal development title for this game. But yeah, wasn't super impressed, but that could change. There have been multiple times where I played a beta or an alpha or something, and I didn't like it, and then the full game came out, and I really liked it. Titanfall 2 is like the example I point to, where I played the beta for that, and I did not enjoy it. And then the game came out, and it was one of the best multiplayer shooters of all time. So, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But yeah. Not sure what to expect from this, but based on from what I've played. One thing I did actually kind of appreciate about this game is that it is not your typical, like, it's not Left 4 Dead. If it is Left 4 Dead, it's like on ultra realism hard difficulty, because you die really you can die really fast in this, especially when you have like the exploding enemies, and you have to kind of coordinate. You do have to kind of coordinate and work with your team and be like, you don't want to shoot an exploding enemy if they're standing next to a teammate, because that will down them. So you do have to treat it very carefully, and you have to coordinate and communicate.
Throwing me a party.
So that's one thing I do appreciate about this game.
Team, it's Ash. We're not done yet. VIP down.
Where's the VIP down? But yeah, I think it's safe to officially state that I've played Rainbow Six Extraction.
Now, I know you must have a ton of questions after seeing that trailer.
Oh, I have
answers,
tons
as
of
well as a full gameplay walkthrough coming up, so hang tight.
Are they gonna...
My name is Richard. I'm your resident community developer coming to you from North Carolina. We're thrilled to be back.
That's
to give
not
you an
Canada.
Introduction to Rainbow Six Extraction.
I've actually seen there are a lot of
Montreal, I have Bruno Lalonde, our
community
technical
managers
director,
who
and
aren't
Alicia
necessarily
Fortier,
in-house
game designer, to help walk us through.
at the
Alicia,
specific
what can we
at
tell
their
our players
respective
about
studio.
Extraction?
Because like you don't really need to
Extraction
be.
is a 1 to 3 player co-op experience. You might think you know what you're getting into, since there's going to be some of your favorite Rainbow Six operators, but it's going to be completely different.
1 to 3
This
player,
time,
yeah.
You're not fighting against each other. You're coming together to face an unprecedented, evolving alien threat.
Although this game
The
would be
operator's
pretty dope
abilities,
with some
gadgets,
PvP.
and tech should feel familiar to Siege
If there
players,
was some
but
sort of
this time,
PvP element
as
to
you
it,
progress
I
through
think
the
it'd be
game,
really
you'll
cool.
unlock new ability upgrades and a whole new arsenal.
Where it's like
specifically
3v3
designed to take
death
on the Siege
matches,
threat.
but with like
So
these
the operators we
zombies
just saw in that trailer are
involved.
very familiar.
That would actually be
What
really
happened
cool.
to Hibana?
She got captured.
So it actually
In extraction,
kind
you're
of,
always
it's actually
putting
kind of
it all
disappointing
on the
that this
line.
is a
If
PvE
your
only
teammate
experience.
falls during an incursion,
I
you're
doubt
gonna
this is going to be
lose in
full
action.
price.
You can't play MIA operators
It's essentially a
until they're
very
safely recovered. You and your squad are gonna
iterated
come back
on
together to
version
get back
of
in
one
there
of
and
the
get
seasonal
them
events
out.
from Siege.
Every time you go in the containment zone, you risk losing all your progress and upgrades. So stay on your toes.
Oh yeah,
Play
one thing
every
about this
game.
game is it's kind of like a
Balancing
MOBA
that risk and
in the
reward
sense that
scenario
like
is going
each
to be
match
tough.
you have like an
Bruno,
upgrade
can you
track,
tell us a little bit more about the
like
alien threat?
constantly escalate
What
with
is it?
the with the
Who are
mission.
they? And where did they come from?
What we know is the Arkeens are an evolved form of the parasite that was first detected
Yeah.
a few years ago during the Outbreak event in New Mexico. But a lot have changed.
People who haven't played Siege, who don't know about the event, are probably like, "What outbreak event? What the fuck? Did I miss the news? Like, did something really big happen in the world that I just never noticed?"
Is in a continual evolution as incubation nests and their sprawling tissue spawn procedurally, taking over different areas of the map.
And I gotta say, after playing the technical test of this,
The parasite is always
and as someone who's
always
played the outbreak
But
event that it
don't
was
look
based
too happy
on,
about the
kind
operators
of
that
prefer the
serve
outbreak
their
event,
home.
to be honest.
What are we facing off against?
Well, the black goo-like sprawl
So.
is probably the first thing you will take on. It spreads to
We'll
the
see.
map once your presence is detected.
I
slowing
don't have very
progress,
high hopes for
and
this
they'll take
game,
the Arkeens.
personally.
Some of the other threats you may have seen in the trailer are the long-range spiker, the explosive breacher, the shape-shifting tormentors, and the apex.
I hope it's good though. Like, I don't want to.
There's a lot more
I don't wanna
species
rag
of
on it.
Arkeens and mutation that have been observed.
Obviously,
More
more
to come
good
on that
games is a
very
good
soon.
thing.
Thank you both so much for joining me. I'm really excited to dig into more of the details. We still have crossplay to talk about. Yes, that's right.
Nice.
Extraction will bring everyone together regardless.
That's
of
probably a
the
good thing for this game,
For our
because
Rainbow
I have a
Six Siege
feeling
community, we have exclusive unlocks for you.
you might
in
be
both
struggling
games.
for matchmaking
Okay. You've been waiting
after
long
some
enough.
time.
Let's take an exclusive first look at some gameplay footage.
This is gonna be one of those
Here
games.
is Rainbow Six
I hope I'm
Extraction.
wrong about this, because like I just said, more good games is good. But like, I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those games that like a bunch of streamers and YouTubers are gonna play for like a week, and then no one's gonna talk about
Welcome
it
to
ever
Rainbow
again.
Six Extraction.
That's
new
the vibe I
tactical
get.
co-op shooter game where Rainbow Six operators
But
are
then
in
again,
civilian territory.
The same was almost true for
Today's
Rainbow
walkthrough,
Six Siege, and
we're
now
on
it's
a
one of the
mission
most
to
popular
investigate
multiplayer
anomalies
shooters
identified
in
at
the
Ecologist
industry.
Research Center in Alaska.
So this is a team that knows how to
Here we'll
turn
provide additional instructions.
things around and
Need new
make
data
a
on the parasite's underground
dying
network.
ship make it to port.
It's evolving,
So
adapting.
we'll see.
Plant auto trackers on dormant nests.
Oh yeah, and also this looks a lot better than when I played it. This is actually the
At
map I
Squad
played on, but I
3,
couldn't see
Ella,
shit
Alibi,
because they had like
and
the
use their operator
the
abilities
identifying
to
code
objectives,
all over the
assist each other,
screen, like
and
dissolved onto the
obliterate
screen.
Arkeens
That way,
in their way.
if you leaked the footage, they could identify you and ban you.
That's a grunt. Easy for a nest to incubate and bring to life.
So I
Not so
I also
easy to
couldn't see
eliminate in large
shit.
numbers.
Converge on location. Nice and
Hey, thanks for popping
The
in.
enemy reacts to intrusions in their ecosystem.
Appreciate people tuning
including
in.
operators.
eliminate my target.
So stealth tactics are the way to go.
I wasn't actually planning on doing
Auto trackers for
E3 reactions, but then I was busy working on my next video, and then it was just like, holy shit, it's E3. Then I just got really excited, so like, fuck it, I'll react. I'll do so. I'm not doing everything.
Parasite generates
Um,
a substance that connects the whole
I know I didn't do like the wholesome react, and I felt kind of bad because
Arkeans move faster and
I,
stronger, but operators get slowed down.
I went offline when the Day of the
Squads
Dev
use
stream
their
started
react
or
light to see
after the
bioluminescent
Summer Game
patterns in
Fest, but it's
Arkeans
just
in
like,
the environment.
I never even planned on reacting to E3 to begin with.
The contrast
and so,
helps to better identify targets.
I'm kind of just doing, I don't want to say the bare minimum, but like, I still got other shit going on right now, so I don't have time. I don't have the time nor energy to react to literally everything.
Helps the team determine the best approach to take them out.
Maybe if I was with friends or something, or if I was like co-streaming with other people, I would consider it. But for now, we're doing the essentials. Yeah, I like the stealth attacks in this game. Doing that and the technical test was always fun.
Get out of there before the swarm appears. Don't push your luck.
The technical test, I know I just said, like, I was kind of negative on this game when I played the, played it when it was still called Rainbow Six Parasites, which was the in-house name for it.
That was close.
But it did have its moments every now and then.
Airlock doors will open onto the
I didn't hate it. I was just mid on it.
We need tissue samples from those
But unfortunately, like, we live in an age where there are so many great games out that mid just isn't gonna cut it. I think that's why there's so much pressure on Halo Infinite. It's like, this game doesn't just need to be good. It can't even be great. It has to be amazing. And I feel like that's kind of the case for a lot of games these days. Like, we just can't afford to be a 7 out of 10 anymore.
That's your target. Don't put it to death just yet.
Which is unfortunate because some of my favorite games of not last generation, but 2 generations ago, PS3 and 360. Some of my favorite games are solid 7 out of 10s. And the reason I'm saying all this is because I think this is gonna be a solid swimming in 7s kind of game.
Further in incursions. The more intel they collect, the more tech they'll have at their disposal to fight off this threat. It's all about teamwork to outsmart the enemy.
Barricade that spot.
Reinforcing the wall. Creating a choke point is a good idea to increase the arc mine's efficiency.
I also did appreciate when I played the tech test that there are some good siege elements in this, like the reinforcing and stuff like that.
That's the way. Keep hunting.
I'd say this game is at its best when it's like you're in a room and they're all coming at you. Because then it does feel like Siege, but with zombies. Which is what that Outbreak mode was, but that's why I liked it.
Wow, that did it. Take out the leader. No leader for the Archies to follow.
Another objective completed. The squad can either exfil at the extraction point to bring home the latest intel, or move to the next airlock.
This game is so weird, because it's like, did we need a spin-off to Siege? I feel like they were doing so well by having these tied to like seasonal events. I wouldn't be surprised if this started as like a sequel event to the Outbreak event, and then they just were dedicating a lot more time than they expected to it, and they're just like, let's just go all in and make it an actual game. But again, I just can't help but feel like maybe this could have just been a Rainbow Six Siege thing. But then again, they have added stuff to this that isn't in Siege, like the stealth attacks. And yeah, stuff like that. So there are not significant, but little things that wouldn't necessarily work in cohesion with Siege itself. They're spending more time. I do have to say, they're spending a lot more time on this than I expected they would, and I think that's because they really they want people to like. I think they know. I think they know this game is a bit of a hard sell, and so I think they really wanted to spend time on this and really make it clear what this game is and what you do in it. That it isn't just some Rainbow Six Siege co-op zombie shooter. That it is a bit more than that.
You heard it. A rescue mission is underway. React.
I think that's what this whole thing is meant to demonstrate, and why they spent so much time on it. I mean,
Operators, it's time to unite and stand together against this emerging.
But I'm ready for
squad up with friends in
to see
co-op
that
or
leaked
step into the
game
containment
show up.
alone.
Stay tuned for more Rainbow Six Extraction intel coming very soon.
And now a surprise.
If you think fighting aliens is tough,
Oh yeah, this got leaked too. This got leaked too.
That was a segue.
10 years ago,
Rocksmith
redefined
Plus,
music learning
apparently.
by introducing the first console game that taught millions how to play guitar.
Whether
This
you're
was leaked
already
like
expert or
an
just
hour
starting out,
ago.
Rocksmith has an approach that's for everyone.
I only saw it
Fun and
because
interactive way to learn guitar,
a Guitar
play your
Hero
favorite
streamer
songs.
I watch
And in the
tweeted
decade
about
since
it.
its release,
Shout
our
out
community
Asai.
and its impact have only amplified.
This year, let's turn it up to 11 and see what's next for Rocksmith.
Oh, I'm gonna have to mute this. I just realized. I'm ready. I don't know if this is a licensed track, but it probably is. Hey, I'm just gonna mute it just in case. But ESA came out, emailed everyone saying if you're not an official co-streamer, you're on your own. So here we are. Oh, okay, interesting. So now they're kind of turning it into Just Dance. Oh, they have Ubisoft music in it too? Huh. Are they making it so you don't have to plug anything in for it to work? That'll be nice. Might not work if you're playing, the audio is coming through the speakers. There's probably going to be a little interference there. Oh man, my fingers are so calloused. Huh. Yeah, they're kind of treating it less like a game and more of a guitar learning service. That's kind of interesting. I like it. I think that's neat. I think that's what this game should be. And maybe should have always been. It's kind of that halfway point between game and just like paid paid like masterclass service. I don't know. Or you can't ride your bike with your guitar exposed like that. That's just, you're asking for that thing to be broken. Okay, fellas, played Rocksmith Plus for a day. Ready to serenade my lover. Huh. So I wonder if you'll be able to import your own music and if there's like some sort of... It said your music, so it's like I wonder if there is some kind of like import option. Alright, let's check in with the developers of Rocksmith Plus.
And Rocksmith has
Waste everyone's time.
Project for me. As a
That was really negative. I value developer insights. I just don't think they're very necessary for E3.
I'm thrilled to share the next evolution of music learning.
It's like, yeah, we saw a trailer that described all of this. We don't, it's like you're just repeating what we already saw.
Available this year. Learn how to play guitar.
Oh, they have bass option too. That's nice.
To master recordings of your
yeah, see the Assassin's Creed thing.
Connect
So
your instrument to your PC.
Oh, so you do have to connect.
And get real-time feedback as you play.
It's probably USB-C.
Connecting with Rocksmith Plus will be easier than ever now that you can use your phone
or just
as
USB.
A
I don't know.
Download the
Well,
app,
because to plug it into your
log
phone.
in, sync to Rocksmith Plus, set it down, and play along.
Okay, so maybe you don't have to plug in to...
And electric players with amps.
I don't know. Also, Twitch quality just went
extra gear
tits up.
needed. It's a game
I don't know
changer.
what's going on there.
And we're excited to reveal Rocksmith Plus.
I guess
will
it's just
have
my
a
internet.
Huge amount of songs at launch.
I don't want to switch it to 1080p and have it go out of sync or anything. I'm sure it'll just correct itself.
Of a song to hum and strum along to. We'll still
But
have
also
the note for note
don't like
authentic
this.
arrangements for players that want to play songs exactly how
We'll
the
give it-
artists originally played them. And each week
We'll give it
we'll release a
60
steady
seconds to
stream
fix
of
itself.
New authentic arrangements to keep growing that portion of the library. We're also introducing the Rocksmith
All right.
Workshop, a new tool that lets users create and add their
Okay,
own
so yeah, you can make your own tabs. That's crazy.
Your subscription will give you access
Oh,
to
it's
all of
subscription
the songs.
based? Of course it
More
is.
content than ever before, including genres beyond rock. We'll have pop, hip hop, country, Latin, R&B, all sorts of metal subgenres. We'll have music from
But
all
I guess
over
because
the
you could
world,
tab your own
from big
music.
stars to
You can make
indie
tabs for your own
darlings.
music. It doesn't really
It's
matter what
the
genre it
most
is.
diverse song library ever seen in music.
That is
learning
really
software.
cool that how you can make
Rocksmith
your own
Plus will
tabs.
still have our proven
That's
practice
huge.
features,
Yeah, this
like
is,
adaptive difficulty.
we're
You
just gonna do that.
practice and learn at your own pace.
And it just
Or
works.
slow down and
So I don't know
repeat
why
tricky
auto
parts
was
until you master them.
being like that.
We've improved those features
If-
in Rocksmith Plus and are introducing new ones. Beginner and intermediate players will benefit from more
I
personalized
don't know why the auto
learning,
resolution is
thanks to an
being
enhanced
whiny.
recommendation system and more robust progress tracking.
Clearly,
Players won't just
it was
see their
capable of
growth
running
on a
1080p.
single song. They can now monitor their progress technique by technique.
But yeah, I really want to get back into a.
Offer a better sense
I
of how
downloaded
you're
Clone
improving
Hero
all
and
the
a
time.
bunch of
Advanced
charts,
players will be happy to know we're introducing a new
and
Rocksmith tablet review.
I'm looking for
That way you could take advantage of Rocksmith Plus's
guitars.
song library and practice tools in a format that's familiar.
And
one
so,
that
like, being
hones
able to
your
having a rhythm
We're
game where you
excited
can
to
make your
announce
own
that you can
charts
register for a chance
is
to
pretty nuts.
participate in our closed beta
Because that's always been
right
something
after
that's
the
more
show.
of like a modder community
Visit our
thing.
website at rocksmith.com to get an early look at Rocksmith Plus and help us test and create the future of music learning. Thank
I
you
just
so
forgot.
much
I don't know
to
where
the
the hell my
amazing
guitars
fans
are.
who have
I have
enjoyed
2
and
guitars.
supported Rocksmith
I don't know where they
for
are.
10 years.
I thought they were in
Let's
this
jam
room with
together
me, and they're
Rocksmith
not.
Plus for another 10.
They've just been sitting there for so long. They've just officially blended into the background, and I no longer have any
Register
perception
now
of
for a
them.
chance to play the Rocksmith Plus beta. Summer's coming, and nothing gets thrill seekers' blood flowing like bright sun and fresh trails. And Riders Republic will
Oh,
give them just
I
that.
was like, what the? Where the hell are we going with this?
Look at our massive multiplayer outdoor sports extravaganza.
This looks fun.
Since then,
This actually does look fun. Hey, how's it going? Been a minute. But yeah, this looks fun. That's about it. From what I've seen.
Greetings, thrill seekers.
This feels like
the Republic's stomping ground.
they saw that most people played Steep and had the most fun just like wiping out. And it's like, all right, let's just make a whole game based on that.
Learn to nail those wild moves.
I feel like we're never getting Steep 2, and this is Steep 2.
Share your creations with the Republic. Stay on top of the latest news. And take up some ferocious multiplayer action. Like
Yeah, it even has the Red Bull
or Trick Battle,
sponsorships.
Our 6 versus 6 team competition.
Just like Steep did.
So, here's how it works. Performing big tricks on the modules will turn them from red to blue. And every trick that you stomp...
It's graffiti mode.
...team's overall score. You still with me? Okay. When your team has turned all the modules blue, you capture that district.
It's graffiti mode from Tony Hawk.
Into the big time. Progress, progress, progress. To unlock more content, you gotta earn those stars.
Yeah, this was absolutely built with the Steep engine.
So, if you want to be the boss of your own career, the world's most famous competitions are waiting for you.
Oh my god, the compression is doing a number on this. This is 1080, and yeah, the compression is doing a number on this. Whenever you have a lot of stuff going by really fast, Twitch just does not like that, or just streaming and video streaming in general. Yeah, this was 100,000%
Maybe you're all about living
built on
the edge.
Steep.
Either way, to progress, you gotta earn those stars. Having the right rig is important too. And we've all got our preferences.
That would just weigh it down. That's not practical at all. Jeez.
All right, I get it. Sometimes you just want to explore and bathe in nature.
That's pretty.
That's right.
Bro, I don't know why
Getting
game
those
developers
stars
and
more
shit
rad
are
to
just
be
like
had, and the Republic
so
will
obsessed with the
revive.
desert.
There's always something awesome to do as you
Like
reach
the
new
American, like the
milestones and
Mojave
unlock more
Desert.
challenges. It's the Red Bull Joyride, people. It's infamous. It's
The desert is so
spectacular. It's the
boring to
biggest
look
stage
at.
of slopestyle mountain biking.
Well, not all the time.
And guess what? You can play it versus your friends.
I just like feel
There is
not good
so,
looking at the
so
desert.
much more.
I don't know what
More
it is.
stunts. More sports. More events.
Yeah, I'm a snow guy for sure.
Just more, okay? And a natural outdoor playground for you and your friends to enjoy any way that you want. When we say fun with everyone, we mean it. Look at all these riders.
Yeah, like stuff like this. I think this game will be really fun. I think this game is going to, the main thing is going to, the main draw of this game is going to be the chaotic shit. I guarantee you. It's like, no one's going to be doing the random, like, races and stuff. This is all anyone's going to want to do. This is all I would want to do. Like, this looks fun as hell. Like, why do the simple stuff when you can do the crazy ass shit? So soon. I'd play that beta.
Riders Republic is coming September 2nd, and you can pre-order
Ooh,
now
that was weird.
and claim your right to rip.
Oh, my right to rip. Wet ass farts. Oh, got him.
Operators battling alien parasites. But how's their day job going?
You know,
Let's calm down. I know it was a bad joke at all, but
to a blazing start.
Uh.
The Siege passed 200,000 concurrent players a few weeks ago. If you haven't joined in yet, 2021 is the perfect time to drop in.
How about Hyperscape? I sort of drop in. I'm like, Battle Royale? Oh no, Siege. Siege is good. I like Siege. Siege is a very good game. I just haven't played it in a minute because I recently spent way too much money on a bunch of games that I've been wanting to play for the past 2 years.
We are humble and grateful for
Finally getting around to Sekiro. That's pretty nice.
So today is all about sharing quality of life developments that will dramatically improve.
Now I just kind of want to. I want to just ignore this and like talk about Sekiro.
We've been hard at work finding ways to improve your ability to play with your friends and meet new players.
Dragon Quest XI.
On June
That's been
30th,
fun.
We are unifying our PC and cloud-based platforms with crossplay and cross-progression. That means that any player on Amazon Luna, Stadia, or PC will be able to queue into games together while having a unified.
Excited to clown on people on Stadia. Lagging all over the place.
Crossplay will be available between PlayStation
And maybe they'll be
and
OP
Xbox
because of the
platform,
lag.
and the cross progression will be available between all platforms.
Oh, cross progression.
Beat more time in order to
Shit.
prepare and make sure they have a smooth launch.
Wait, so I played Siege on console so much I have the platinum on PS4. So could I just, and I have characters unlocked on that I don't on PC.
Anytime and anywhere
So
you play.
could I just like overwrite it or manage to integrate both? I don't know.
Enthusiasm its announcement has inspired. From your amazing fan art to the awesome cosplays, the Rainbow Six community is the lifeblood that keeps this game moving forward.
We cannot thank you enough.
It's like because I have skins and stuff on PC that I wouldn't have on PS4.
Here's a brand new animated trailer starring
I don't know.
Thunderbird,
We'll see.
the new Defender joining Team Rainbow. Check this out.
I'll figure it out later. I don't feel like thinking about it right now.
Ready?
Oh, when they said animated, I thought it was just gonna be like a CG trailer.
She saved my life.
Like that's a CG trailer, still animated, fellas. Damn. Gotta be more specific.
That symbol, what does it mean?
This jacket was my father's. Dagu Wakan, Wichachpi.
It makes me very
Every other star
identifiable
has many
compared to
meanings.
other
Love, wisdom,
operator, so when you look at this, the symbols at the top, you know who's on the
I need to
team.
get this bird in the air. You try to get some rest.
You're the boss.
I forget what her ability is. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really been keeping up with Siege that much just because I've been busy playing other stuff. But I'm all down for an excuse to get back in.
What's happening?
Yo, does she have a flare gun in the game? That'd be fun. Rainbow Six Siege will now feature AI-controlled bears. Is this rotoscoped?
Wait, that's it?
That looks very fluid. The animation.
Why don't you ask her yourself?
Okay.
New projects aren't the only things to be excited about this year. Take a look at the incredible updates coming to our live games in 2021.
Didn't we just do this in the pre-show? Isn't that the point of a pre-show? To like highlight things you don't have time for in the main show? And then they just went and did it anyway? Showed them anyway? To be fair, this is a much more concise version of what was in the pre-show. I like the water in Trackmania that they've added. I think that's cool. Man, people are still out here playing Crew 2, huh? I wasn't a huge fan of the Crew 2. I felt that it suffered from the typical Ubisoft curse, that is adding RPG elements to a game that doesn't need them. Like, the Crew 2 is a looter racer. Like, we've gone too far. We have gone too far. So that was my main annoyance with the Crew 2. Plus,
from the release of the Ghost experience to the
Crew 2 also has a lot of what I refer to as insta-kill geometry, where let's say you mess up. Oh god. They showed Sam Fisher, they're fucked. They're gonna get blasted. But insta-kill geometry is basically like, let's say you mess up and you hit a wall and you slide on the wall, and then there's just a little bit of the world geometry that sticks out just enough to where if you hit it, it stops you dead. The Crew 2 had a lot of that, from what I remember.
So move the coffee table, alert the local homeowners
Oh no.
association, and let's get loud.
Time to mute the stream. But yeah, a lot of racing games suffer from that, especially racing games that were made with a relatively quick time frame because they don't have the time to like cover every single inch of the map and make sure everything is perfect. Especially a game like the Crew 2 that's so big, where it's literally like a recreation of the entire continental United States. But yeah, definitely can't unmute this right now. We got licensed music all over the place. Just Dance is such its own world, but like I forget what it was. There was someone I saw on Twitter who was like, "Yeah, I literally I've been streaming Just Dance for like 10 years now, and now I literally just can't because the DMCA situation on Twitch." So it's like anytime anytime Ubisoft wants to let's acknowledge our Just Dance creators and whatever, it's like, yeah, they're all leaving because DMCA is fucking this entire platform. So I do wonder if we're gonna see more shit like that. Well, you have the E3 co-streamer program, which makes it so you can stream all the shows without fear of being taken down. I wonder if we're gonna see stuff like that, but with game publishers, where you specifically sign up for their co-streaming program, and now you can have any game with their license with its licensed music. You can play it and not have to worry. I could see something like that. Nintendo did something similar a few years ago, just for their games in general on YouTube, where you had to sign up for their co-creator program, just so you could actually play their games on YouTube and Twitch without getting demonetized. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a system like that coming soon, but for entire publishers or specific games. I think it would be better to do it at a publisher by publisher level instead of a game by game level, because that would be such a pain in the ass. If you're a variety streamer, God, that would be such a pain in the ass having to apply for all these different co-streaming
It's time to get our
programs.
It was a big year for the new chief of the Raven.
I have no idea what either of those things are, but sure. Maybe I should, I don't know. But I know, like I said, Nintendo did a sort of co-creator program a while back where you had to sign up and get their permission, essentially, to play their games on YouTube or on Twitch, and they took like a 30% revenue cut from your YouTube ad revenue.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. To our delight, it was the biggest
So,
launch for any Assassin's Creed game.
yeah.
You to thank for that.
I could see something or I could even see them doing something like a paid service. Because radio stations, what they do, as I'm sure you're aware, is, you pay specific rights holders, essentially, like publishers, for the right to use their entire library of music, so you can broadcast it. So I could see something similar to that with games, not with specific tracks, because that would be a nightmare, but with specific games under publishers, where, like I said, it's basically what I described, where you apply or sign up with these publishers. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's a paid service. Like, you gotta pay up for permission to use the licensed music in these games. But that would be so shitty. You would get your ass blasted on Twitter if you tried doing that. Like, hey, not only is it fucked enough that DMCA has completely changed the way people stream on Twitch, but now you have to pay just to do things the way they used to be. That would be fucked up. Like, I don't think you could get away with that as a game publisher without getting some big clapback.
And we thank you for your patience and support for the game. On top of regular free updates, we're also building on Eivor's story and the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah,
Expansions.
That's the thing, is that you're
You're
not always... Well, the whole E3 co-streamer thing is you're not safe from being copyright claimed just because you mute certain sections that have music. It's like they still hold the rights to the visual content of the individual show. And I've seen, Nintendo basically created that whole, they can identify things just based on specific visual elements, like cutscenes. But like I said, I don't think we're gonna get to the point where you have to pay or get permission just to stream the games themselves. I think it's purely gonna be licensed music. That's the problem. Because publishers know that streaming is ultimately good for their brand. They know that people streaming their games, even if they're streaming the entire thing and, 10,000 people are seeing the ending to this freaking game, they know that ultimately, you know, 10,000 people are watching this game being played, and that's 10,000 people that could potentially, if they haven't already, go out and buy the game. Now that they've seen someone play and they go, oh, this was pretty cool. I'd like to experience this for myself. So I don't think we'll ever see anything on that level. Nintendo's already tried, and it hurt them, I think. So I think it's purely going to be based on music.
The Discovery Tour Viking Age will have you covered.
But there's another thing also. Some games based on movies, like the Ratchet and Clank 2016 game, that's a movie. That's technically a movie-based. That's a tie-in game that featured clips from the movie as the cutscenes in that game from time to time. And so that could be where things get really fucked, is if certain games not only feature like movie clips in the game, but just like clips from any source, like non-fiction stuff, like news broadcasts or whatever in the game. Like let's say a random game features a clip from CNN as part of like some lore intro whatever. CNN could copyright claim your shit.
Ubisoft Film and Television team has some exclusive
But
content to share.
I think most developers are smart enough to know to just not do
If you
that.
haven't watched the second season yet, here's a look at what you've been missing before the upcoming season finale.
What is this? Mythic Quest?
Why do you have goosebumps?
Yeah. I want to watch this show.
Being inspired.
I've heard it's good. I've heard this show's really good. But yeah, the DMCA situation has completely changed the way we not only the way people work with Twitch and YouTube, but just the way we perceive content.
What's the difference?
And it's just like, it's either going to get worse or better from here.
Up next,
you know?
an exclusive look at a new trailer for our feature-length movie, Werewolves Within.
Oh my god,
With teeth that'll be coming to theaters.
this isn't even based on a Ubisoft property. This is literally just a movie they're publishing. What the fuck?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ruben, the director.
I don't think this needs to be at E3, guys, but okay. Let's just cover all our bases. Oh, it is based off a Ubisoft game. I've never heard of Werewolves Within.
Check it out.
Oh, am I gonna get... See, this is what I'm talking about. Am I gonna get fucking copyright claimed for this? For having the trailer or movie footage on my stream? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
It didn't disappear.
But we're rolling. We're rolling the dice.
What?
It's not Emerson Flint. It's one of you.
Oh. Okay, well, look, we don't understand.
But I also still don't think this needs to be at E3.
Wheeler, you could be one of them.
You don't show clips from movies unless you're
one of what?
either making your show longer than it needs to be or padding it for runtime because you don't have a ton to show.
A what?
A werewolf.
But yeah, I think back on the topic of DMCA real quick, I think the situation has gotten so crazy that there's no way that like this isn't addressed in some way going forward. Like I said, it could get really fucking bad with the future I described, where you literally have to pay for the right to, you know, play games in their true form and use the licensed music. Or it could get better, where like Twitch or someone negotiates and reduces the severity of the whole DMCA situation.
Everybody's going, how the heck?
Music is one of the most convoluted copyright industries in the entire planet, and it has been since Napster and
Follow
Metallica.
on Apple TV Plus, and be sure to catch Werewolves Within this summer in theaters or on your on-demand platform.
We just still haven't figured out a way to make it less shitty.
No hero story is complete without a great rival to match them. After all, even the most vile tyrant is a star of their own.
Is this Far Cry 6 then?
When it comes to memorable villains, no one does it better.
Time for the nice
Non-political game, everybody. Non-political.
I know they backtracked and said it's political, but it's like, we understand how this looks. A game based on the Cuban Revolution
Marco, always making new friends.
with characters based on historical figures with a vague anti-authoritarianism message.
Alejo's an orphan.
Alejo's not going anywhere anymore. Come on, Marco. Let them on.
Vamos.
Good man.
So are they finally going to have the female character be the actual character they use in marketing and the canon character? Because Ubisoft's been really shitty with that. Where on the cover is the male version, but then they'll come out later and be like, yeah, the female character was the canon one. It's like, then why is the dude on all the marketing if it's not canon?
To the young geese. Alejo gave you a fucking gift, Lira. We survive. Same as the orphanage, same as the academy.
Then again, they don't feature protagonists on the cover of Far Cry games.
Please, no, this is a fishing boat. No.
Far Cry 4 had a better intro, I'll say it. Like, I think the reason Far Cry antagonists haven't been super memorable lately is because they start making the protagonist an actual character.
El Presidente. Mi papa loved to fish. We would go out on a boat, just like this, and we would catch the fish.
Wow, that looks exactly like Giancarlo Esposito.
He would say,
They did a good job with the facial capture there.
it's about the challenge. Except when he caught a big...
But why would the leader of this country
He was too proud to let that fish go.
personally take part in this whole thing?
I have caught a very big fish today. Haven't I, Diego? Diego!
But I feel that that's why. That makes sense.
No way.
But I feel like the more
Now it's time to
the more emphasis they put on making the protagonist a character,
Let them go.
the less the antagonists have really stood out. And I understand that Jason Brody and whatever the guy from 4 was, they're characters, but like 5, you could customize your own character. You know, you saw their face in the game. Far Cry 5 had way more problems than that, though.
13 years old. And Diego has such compassion for his people. These fish, we will catch and release.
But I just felt like you gained a lot also from seeing the antagonist from the first person perspective. I felt that alone gave them a lot more weight and perspective and like presence is what I'm looking for.
Passed down to his son Diego as he grooms him to become the future ruler of Yara. The most important part of crafting a Far Cry villain isn't the fact that they're...
And I feel like they've also, like, because Far Cry 3 had such a great villain in Voss, all of a sudden Far Cry became, we're the villain game. You know, I feel like they put too much effort into having a good villain now. Whereas in Far Cry 3, Voss was just a good villain because he was I don't think they, like, specifically... Voss wasn't even the main villain of 3. You know?
Because when you think Far Cry,
it felt a lot more organic. Yeah, literally exactly what I was saying. It's like, we think Far Cry, you think villains, right?
Not only did we get to see
But
into the mind of
I feel like that's kind of poisoned, you know, the poisoned Far Cry a little bit. It's like they became self-aware that people love the villains of Far Cry. And then they even showed the Jackal, or whatever his name is, from Far Cry 2, which was like the original iconic Far Cry villain.
Down the rabbit hole, and it's up to you to find a way out.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like when the comparison I would make is like when developers set out to make an esports game. Like when they literally announce a game like, we want this to be a new kind of esports game, and then that's immediately a setup for failure. You know, the best esports games are the ones that like just kind of became esports games. Okay, never mind. You do see your face in Far Cry 3, I guess. Oh, never mind. Wait, what the fuck is going on here? This is DLC for 6?
I too am a king who isn't afraid to slaughter.
Oh, this is kind of neat. Oh.
Is this a test? A dream?
This is kind of interesting, actually.
Then I will not waste it.
Interesting. But like what I was saying is like a lot of companies, they're like, oh, we're making this esports game, and then it comes out and it flops. Whereas certain games come out and they become esports because people like them enough and want to play them competitively and at a professional level. And I feel like that's what happened with Far Cry. Is like, where the Blood Dragon 2? Is it remastered? So does it come with just the? Okay, sure.
We're so excited.
I just feel like it doesn't feel organic. The villain crafting behind Far Cry now. Because like I said, it's just like, oh, is this Beyond Good and Evil 2? No. Maybe. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's the leak. The ship in the distance, I'm like, I could see that being Beyond Good and Evil. We're starting in space. Yes. This was very like, oh, it looks like they're working in like Mario Galaxy stuff. That could be fun. That could be really fun. That could actually be really fun. Yeah, I could see them experimenting with Mario Galaxy stuff being fun. Add some like zero-G elements to it. Man, this would have been so cool if it wasn't leaked. I would have actually had a reaction there. I would have legitimately been like, holy shit! But now it's like, yeah, everyone saw this on Twitter this morning. Get the guns. Lots of guns. Yeah, I can see them doing like spherical Mario Galaxy shit. Or they could just not be, and it's just purely an aesthetics thing. Oh my god, that's awesome. Rosalina's gonna be in this. Oh, the music too. Dude. I love the hearing the Mario Galaxy, a little bit of that thematic influence in the music. Oh, now are we gonna be actually having be like Mario bad guys as the bad guys in this instead of just kind of the This is a bad group of rabbits now. Be cool to have actual Mario characters instead of just generic rabbit bad guys. Luigi with a bow. That's so funny. I hope we see gameplay. I actually do want to see a little bit of a deep dive here. I'm curious what their vision is for this. I'm very curious. Milano. Right, that's where this game is. That Davide? Yeah! Hell yeah!
And I can't wait for you to experience it.
Dude, hell yeah. Put him front and center. You love to see it.
It's something quite surprising with the concept of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle.
Like, I wanted this deep dive. I'm ready for this deep dive. The other ones, no. We already know about this shit. You know, fuck off. Now we got, like, Jolly now.
And I'm so excited to be back as
a game
well
I actually want to learn more
to
about.
unveil our new project, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We are diving back into this unique crossover with even bigger ambition, expanding our universe on
Mario Rabbids cinematic universe.
There is an entire galaxy to save. To do so, you will
clearly using Mario Galaxy as the main inspiration.
Including some fresh faces like Rabbids Rosalina. On their quest to repel evil across the galaxy, their spaceship will bring them from planet to planet. They will be facing a powerful villain, Cursor, an enemy unlike anything our heroes encountered before. But
yo, like Galactus.
By their side, they will have their new allies, the Sparks.
Ah, those are
These surprising
Lunas.
creatures,
Lumas.
born from the merge of Rabbids and Lumas, will lend their wild powers
It's so
to
goofy.
our heroes.
Rabbids. We're introducing stuff to the Rabbids lore now.
Core of our story. But let's keep some surprises for later.
Whoa.
Tremendous success of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle.
I have arrived.
By the amazing reception from players across the world. We were stunned by the love we felt for this unexpected team up. We know we've been off the radar for a while now, as we wanted to take the time needed to bring this crossover to the next level. It's not just a new story with new enemies, new heroes. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope has big ambitions.
So show us some gameplay, bud.
Action elements into the mix that will push the boundaries.
I want to see this in action.
Further. That being said, we also wish to offer an easy-to-play experience for all players, yet hard to master for those of you that are willing to take the challenge. And you will be able to experience this custom.
Yo, Mario plus Rabbids 1 actually had some like
Nintendo Switch.
crazy,
We can't wait to tell
like
you more about
optional,
the game soon.
like
There is an entire
difficulty
galaxy to save,
parameters that were pretty
and
difficult.
We cannot wait for you to experience.
Or maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. There we go. That's what I want to see. Yeah, we're not on spheroids. This is Switch Pro, baby. This is Switch Pro. Ubisoft, leak the Switch Pro. We believe in you. You can do it. Oh, whoa! It's like actual, like, unrestrained 3D movement now, instead of kind of moving on a grid base. Like, you had free movement in the first one, but it did still kind of feel grid based. This actually looks kind of like actual free 3D movement. Sure. I didn't see anything in that made me go like, holy shit, though, you know? Happy we're getting another one, but I think there was an opportunity they missed.
Let's check in with our CEO
by
Emo.
not having it go like spherical gravity shit. I think that would have been really cool. Or maybe that's in the game and we just weren't ready to show it. Maybe they're working on it.
As you have seen, we have a fantastic and diverse lineup of
Eves,
coming soon.
address the allegations.
The beginning. Thanks to all the teams at Ubisoft for what they achieved and for always striving to deliver the best possible game experiences. I'm humbled by their resilience, energy, and
Yo, when are we going to see Beyond Good and Evil 2 again?
During what has been a challenging year. I'm also proud.
I'd also like to see an Assassin's Creed 1 remake.
To bring together millions
but
of players.
It sounds like they're almost wrapping it up, which is crazy.
Memorable experiences and moments of joy. This is one of the real powers of video games. And it is what motivates
Yeah, we know. We play video games. That's why we're here.
To do our
We know why we like them.
Finally, my
I'm just so done with this every single year of like having some random, not random, this guy isn't random, but like someone on screen or on stage explaining to us the power of video games. It's like, you wouldn't be watching E3 if you weren't aware of the power of video games, you know?
Long-lasting game worlds. And your contributions, feedback, and support.
But they're talking to investors and shit. Like, here's why you should invest in our products, because they have power.
In entertainment, trust our creative teams to develop games within their universes. For example, you just saw Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, developed in collaboration with Nintendo, where everyone's favorite Mario and Rabbids characters.
All right, what are we building to here? What are we building here to? What are we building to here?
And speaking of great
here we go. This is building to something.
There is one more exciting thing we would like to show you.
So is this the finale? It's a partnership
of the amazing journey that awaits you in one of the most beautiful but dangerous places of all. Brought to life by the latest version of our Snowdrop engine.
Is this Beyond Good and Evil 2? But he said partnership. That's why I'm confused.
First look with you now. Enjoy.
I hope it's Beyond Good and Evil 2. And I could see it being partnered by Snowdrop, but him specifically saying no way. Is this Star Wars? Oh, it's Avatar. It's Avatar. It's Avatar. It's Avatar. It's Avatar. They're working on an Avatar game. This is Avatar. Yep. They've been working on this for a long time. And I don't give a shit. I saw that tree and it looked like Endor, and I was like, no way. We would have known about this. They would have said something by now. And then I immediately remembered. I mean, it's pretty. I just don't give a fuck about Avatar. I don't know who's losing their shit over this. Like, who is watching this and going, oh my god, I can't believe it, it's Avatar! I don't know who is feeling that. Who are you? You know, I don't know anyone who feels that strongly about Avatar who would have that kind of reaction. No one even knows any of the characters' names. Jake Sully, that's it. Like, what's the hook here? What's the game here? Like, are we doing really cool traversal? Is the combat what we're coming here for? Oh, man. I just don't give a shit. Which is why I'm asking these questions. It's like, show me why I should give a shit on, like, a gameplay level. Yeah. Like, when they announce, like, the endless sequels that are still yet to come, it's just like, who is out here being like, yeah, more Avatar, please. I think those movies are going to unexpectedly do really well at the box office. Because I do think it is going to have a large international audience. But like an Avatar game, this is a business decision game. You know, that's what this feels like. This feels like we didn't make this for raw passion for the Avatar brand. We made this because it's going to make us money, baby. You know, that's what this feels like. And that's why it's hard to get excited. So is that the end of the show then? That's what they ended on? I mean, it's going to get people talking. Avatar, it's going to get people talking, you know, from now until we actually finally see what the hell that game is. People are going to be asking questions like, what do you do? What is it going to actually look like when you play it? Like, people are going to approach it with curious optimism, but at the end of the day, it's a video game about Avatar and not The Last Airbender. Imagine a AAA game with that much attention and budget, but for Avatar The Last Airbender. I would pay $70 for that. You know? That's a holy shit, I'm gonna throw up because I'm so excited kind of announcement. But that was just kind of like, alright, yeah, that's a popular movie.
Today, we battled some Archeans in Rainbow Six Extraction. Learned some new songs in Rocksmith. Got an adrenaline rush from Riders Republic.
I'm still waiting for one more thing, baby. One more thing. Oh my god.
Don't go anywhere. There's still more to come.
One more thing. One more thing. It's Splinter Cell. One more thing. No, don't go. No. Oh no. Or no, Sam Fisher is dead. He's stuck in Ghost Recon hell. Oh. That was a bad show. I'll say it. There's really nothing to discuss there. Nothing got me excited. Anything exciting was leaked beforehand. There was almost nothing presented in that conference that we didn't already know about, even without leaks. Rocksmith Plus and Mario plus Rabbids, even ignoring leaks if you didn't know, those are the only two new things that we didn't know about before going into this. Because we knew about Avatar. We knew Ubisoft was making a AAA Snowdrop engine Avatar game. It was announced a long time ago. And people have always been wondering when that was going to show up, and I guess today was the day. But it's just like, we already fucking knew about that shit. Like, we want to see Beyond Good and Evil 2 footage. We want Splinter Cell. We want... I don't know. We want a game that's not just yet another open world game with RPG elements that is trying to be Breath of the Wild, but will never be. I just don't know. I don't want to come out of this being like Ubisoft is fucked. You know, like, they're not. You know, they're still working on exciting projects. Rainbow Six Siege is still going after all. And like they said, like, they did make some statements before the show that, like, there wasn't going to be any new Division news because they are working on a new Division game called Heartlands, which would be cool if that takes place in Nebraska. But yeah, they already said beforehand that they're not showing that. So it's like, well, that would have been exciting, even if you're not in a Division. It's like, hey, here's something cool that we haven't seen before. But it's like, just watching that Avatar thing, it's just like, yep, that's Avatar. You know, it's like there's nothing exciting about it. It's just, yep, that's an Avatar video game. That's what I would expect an Avatar video game to look like. They're just not doing anything particularly exciting right now, and the only projects they have that are exciting are still a ways off. I mean, they weren't afraid to drop that 2022 vague window. And so, with that in mind, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still a long ways off. That's 2023, baby, at the earliest. Oh, man. I just feel like we're leaving this conference with more questions than answers, which for them, I guess, is a good thing because I guess from their perspective, that could mean interest in the brand and intrigue in the brand. But to me, it's like this vagueness is not helping anyone. The projects we want to know about, we're not seeing, and the projects we don't give a shit about are being given the limelight. But yeah, overall, incredibly disappointing show. Like I said, they showed two things that we didn't already know about. And if you saw the leaks, then they showed zero things we didn't already know about. So yeah. That felt more just like a community check-in than it did an E3 presentation.